Hi, I'm Luke, and this is Liz. We're both civil servants working for government departments that are normally based in Westminster. The civil service is the democratically neutral branch of government that works closely with elected politicians, advisors and experts to put into effect the elected government of the day's policies. The Bible tells us to pray for our government and our leaders, and this feels like an especially important time to do that. So Liz and I have come up with three suggested areas where you could be praying for our government and for political and non-political leaders.
Firstly, please pray for safety and stamina. Many senior leaders have to keep working in ways that expose them to the virus. We've already seen the Prime Minister fall sick, and many other ministers and senior officials are practicing self-isolation. Please pray for their safety and recovery. Everyone in government is adapting to new working conditions, with many now working remotely and balancing new childcare and other commitments with intense and fast-moving work. Please pray for them to have stamina, strength and patience at this difficult time.
Secondly, we pray for wisdom and good judgement for our leaders. COVID-19 has transformed the role of government over the last few months and taken the state into all sorts of roles that government would never normally be in and never normally want to be in terms of interfering with the lives of huge numbers of citizens and getting involved in people's livelihoods and well-being in ways that we never normally would be. The decisions that our political leaders are taking at the moment have major implications for public safety, well-being and the economy. Please pray that officials and advisors will have wisdom to give good advice, and political leaders will have the good judgment to know how best to act. Pray for strength to take and stand by the sorts of difficult decisions that very few leaders ever expected to have to take, and effectiveness to make sure that health workers get the resources and supplies that they need from the central government.
Finally, please pray for political unity and public service in the national interest. Pray that all of our leaders and members of our government will pull together and work for the greater good of the country. This doesn't mean avoiding scrutiny and challenge to government, which is essential in any democracy, but that this will be done in the spirit of driving improvement in the government response and not point scoring or political manoeuvring. Please also pray that everyone is able to set aside their political differences at this difficult time, coming together to support one another, no matter what your political views or how you feel about the government. In Paul's letter to the Romans, we see that every government is one that God has established. As Romans chapter 13 verse 1 says, "Let every person be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God, and those that exist have been instituted by God."
Thank you all.